ready?
Hey, yo.
Yo, hey, motherfucking yo, you're we live, folks. We live. We are live from the dungeon, so to speak. Is that what we're calling this? Dungeon?
I like the dungeon. I like the dungeon. Bishop in the building.
What a wonderful
Yeah.
place.
All right.
Basking in the ambiance. I'm just gonna let you introduce yourself, man.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
Tell them about you. You know, tell them who the fuck you are. You know,
I mean,
like they don't know you.
man,
They don't know me. You don't know me.
They don't know you. They don't know me. They don't
We live, folks.
it ain't about me. It's about wrestling,
That's
dog.
right. That's right.
It's about
the damn
throwing
wrestling.
motherfuckers on the mat, right? Like that's what we in here for,
Just
right?
Don't throw me in the mat.
Nah. We good.
All right, we got a show to run.
We here.
Talk to me.
I mean, a lot of people got a lot to say about wrestling fans and how corny it is and how nerdy it is. But yo, what's the alternative here? You motherfuckers go on Facebook, watch other people's lives. Or you motherfuckers go watch fucking soaps. I mean, what are we watching here? We're watching motherfucking athletes tell stories, my G. We're watching dudes and women, right? Because yo, women are coming on strong, right? We're not talking about like the divas, right? We ain't talking about like them.
I don't know what that is.
Right, we ain't talking about Sable mud wrestling, right? We're talking about like these women. Yo, Charlotte goes out there day in, day out, do backflips, right? We're talking about backflips off the top turnbuckle, right? Just throwing her body out there. Yo, people risking their necks, right, to tell really, really good stories. And we can criticize, yo, and we can chop this up, and we're gonna chop this up tonight, and we're gonna talk a lot of garbage about it. And we're gonna be like, yo, this storyline sucks, and I could have done better, yo. But one thing we cannot do better, you can't jump off no turnbuckle. Yo, these people put their lives on the line, yo. They put on a show. They do work. Hats off to them. And you can call this nerdy all you want, man. But at the same time, people look at baseball stats and basketball stats, and you look at figures and free throw percentage, and how nerdy is that? You know what I mean? So we can talk about all these things. It's just fun. It's just fun. So let's talk about it. Yo. Let's talk about having fun. Right?
Let's do this, man. Let's do this. He introduced himself. That's a great introduction. Joel, you need no introduction. He's back. Right. We got Pretty Chubby Flako on the Pretty Chubby Flako machine.
I'm more chubby than Flako.
Yo, but is it like Pretty Chubby Flako, or is it like Pretty Chubby Flako? You feel me? Like, are you pretty chubby and Flako? Or are you pretty chubby and Flako?
Pretty, chubby, Flako. Here.
Right.
All right. I think we're gonna start with Raw. Do some Raw Smackdown.
Start Raw. That's the way to start, right? You gotta start.
I'm just gonna deadass. Let me run through it quick because we got some tag teams to run through. That's what tonight we're gonna do some top tag teams. Top tag team. But let's run through Raw. Let's do it. Raw this week opens up. Big Roman Reigns heat comes out. Probably big heat to the night. Samoa Joe interrupts.
Yo, I've read a lot about Roman Reigns actually kind of starting to fall out of favor. Right? It seems like people are starting to say maybe Roman's is not as marketable as easy to push as we had originally thought.
I mean, I think it took them this long to realize that shit.
Word.
I mean, I think the first Rumble night was proof enough for motherfuckers, but they fed us since then.
It's the old man, and it's still his company,
it is.
It's his way or the highway, and that's what it comes down to.
He's just an old school, hard-headed as fuck.
Well, here we go. But then now he's starting to see what we've been telling him for a while now. They're like, yo, Roman is just not that guy. Hey, look, Scott Hall was not that guy, right? I love Scott Hall. Top fucking 3 wrestlers, in my opinion, in my very skewed, very personal opinion. He just wasn't a world title material. That just wasn't his deal.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Roman, he got his title. He got it once, and I'm sure he'll get it again. He needs a personality change, maybe sometime down the line. Right now, him fighting for the IC. Rollins should be in the world title picture. Honestly,
I hear that.
He hasn't done anything that is deserving of a demotion, and
No.
Reigns hasn't really done anything that's deserving of a promotion. So,
You guys are aware that that Roman's not the guy anymore because Braun's the guy now, right?
true too.
Yo,
Yo.
and that was what I was just gonna
Well,
say right
Braun's
now.
gonna be your modern day Andre. I think.
If you guys
With a personality.
And athleticism.
100%.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I mean,
He can
athleticism,
fucking work.
maybe for the first couple of years, you don't know what's going to happen.
Right,
It happened with Big Show,
yeah,
happened with Andre, right? The first couple of years, they were like agile, and then they slowed down. So,
True that.
Braun Strowman, maybe that happens. Let's be realistic here. But his personality is what strikes me. For a
Absolutely.
big dude, he's got chops, man.
Yeah.
He's got chops,
Yeah.
yo. And yo, that whole get these hands thing, that was a crowd thing.
Yeah.
That was a crowd thing that he picked up on, and like it was now I don't remember if it was on the Facebook mix match circuit
mix
that he got it, or
Undertaker's nearby.
yeah, for real, right? Or
Shout out to Undertaker.
if it was just like house shows and shit. But yo, that started picking up,
Yeah.
and he picked up on it,
He grabbed that shit and ran with it.
and he's good at selling it. Now tell me, one of the funniest moments, probably one of the dumbest things, is him coming out as Braun Strowman, as his own tag team
I
partner.
loved it. I loved
Wasn't
it.
that hilarious?
I
Like
loved
it was
it.
just like you know that like the great Khalid can't pull that off,
No,
right?
Yeah. Hell
You know
no.
that like even Kane can't really pull that off. Like if he comes out as Isaac Yankem, maybe. But outside of that, like no one else is pulling off like that
Where's the
silly
music?
little like game, but still being like dumb serious. Like
The
nobody's fucking
music
with him.
bit with Elias.
Oh, the music bit.
man,
Oh, him with the
fucking-
cello and shit.
Yo,
Oh, dude, Joel, you couldn't be
Ripped
more
with
right. Oh,
that was money. That was money.
that was money.
And
So-
I'm actually upset that they haven't really picked up with that shit.
You know what it is? He's like Edge and Christian in that sense that he can be funny as shit when it comes to doing the promos and the out of the ring stuff. But as soon as that bell rings, you know he's gonna fuck someone up.
Right.
Yo, and better. I'll be honest. I was never a real Edge and Christian fan. I hated them. I think they're funny. I think they're funnier now than they ever were. Like
Before,
in the WWE, to be honest.
Shows and shit.
But I can see what they did for the business. And I don't know, man. Like,
Well, let's
Braun-
hold that thought.
I bet.
Let's take that into the tag team. But
Teaser.
moving on. First match of the night: Elias and Bobby Roode. It was an okay match. Ends with Roode having trouble breathing because after Elias, I think he sends him first to the turnbuckle. Ouch. He couldn't breathe, and then Elias grabs the mic, says, "Oh, I finished. I'm the winner here," and blah blah blah.
I don't mind the match ending like that.
Yeah, it just,
I'd like to see some more diversity in my match endings.
Right.
I'd like to see that not every match ends up in like a roll up
At least
or
they're
a
telling-
combo.
like they're
pin.
telling a story.
Yeah. So
I'm just trying to figure out where it's going with the repeated injuries to the ring. Like, what are they
Right.
trying to set up for? Maybe like a
Maybe
no DQ or
maybe a no ring match.
a no DQ. What are the pay-per-views coming up? What's after
We got
Backlash?
Backlash, and I don't know what's coming up after that.
There's got to be an Extreme Rules somewhere, or did we pass that?
Not sure.
Is it the
Pretty
match
Chubby,
coming
what's
up?
up? What's after Backlash?
What's after Backlash?
Yes, sir.
Money in the Bank, I think.
Oh, okay.
Money in the Back. What's after that?
That's
Do you
a
know?
personal
Would
favorite
you
of
happen to
mine,
know that
actually.
just off the cuff?
Is it not Extreme Rules?
That's what I think it might be.
Okay.
So that's even more impressive. If you could set up something for Extreme Rules, do I have faith in the writing that's gonna happen? Writing, ching ching.
Yeah, that's
Right.
the part when that comes out right there. AOP with a squash match. They took out some local talent. Seth finally cuts a quick promo. Finn Balor comes out, interrupts him, and challenges him for the Intercontinental title. Sasha Banks and Ruby Riot. Great match. Usual heel faction distractions. Sasha holds her own through the most of it in the end, and then at the end of the match, numbers game catches up on her.
I bet. I heard women's tag team.
The belts, yeah.
The tag belts.
Yeah, that was gonna be.
That might come to SmackDown.
You think it only comes to SmackDown? I think that makes sense, yo.
They will
It
always
should
do a
only-
blue and a red.
Don't be surprised. No, don't be surprised.
Symmetry, right? Like you want that, like That's why, like, if the Intercontinental in the US ever was on the same show,
I wonder what the belts are gonna
I
look like.
hate myself. Like, I wouldn't watch wrestling until that kind of rectified itself, right? If the US and the IC were on the same show, I'd be like, nah, man, the symmetry's fucked up. So if the women titles were only on one show, that kind of fucked me up.
I guess.
But it makes sense to only be on one show. And
think about it. Raw has the cruiserweight title.
Yeah.
That's
No, they don't. 205 Live
That's
is
valid.
yeah. 205 Live's got the cruiserweights. And wait, wasn't it supposed to be a freaking?
It was supposed to be a Raw exclusive until they brought.
It was supposed to be Enzo Amore. Let's talk about that.
Goddamn, it was supposed to be Neville.
Neville, you're right.
Neville's supposed to be
the king of the
miss you,
dwarves.
Neville.
He's supposed to be back. What the where he at?
He's a stud.
No, you got lost in traffic, my man. What's up?
But yeah, yo, women's tag, I can dig it.
Yeah.
I think that's cool. I think there's enough women only fighting for 2 belts that it'd be kind of cool if there was another 2 belts. Right?
Alexa Bliss cuts an anti-bullying promo. Nice. Yo, one thing I did take from that, at lunchtime, she would have the server give her a kids meal while she double fisted turkey legs.
Yeah, she said that in there. That shit was clutch. And I was cracking up. Yeah, I was like typing the paper and I was like, whoa, ripped it. Yo, Alexa Bliss.
You caught that, Chubby?
Alexa Bliss in the ring is just as good as Alexa Bliss on the mic.
Yo.
And that's why Alexa Bliss is clutch. And she's better than Sasha Banks.
Oh, I will go with that.
Okay.
I will go with that. 100%.
Solid.
Yeah.
And that sucks because I like Sasha Banks.
Sasha fell off the mat.
But her moveset is predictable. She's not fantastic on the mic. She's okay at best.
Botchamania in the ring.
Yo, yeah, you know what? I didn't even consider that. But yeah, she is kind of botchy, yo. She does be slipping.
R.I.P. Paige.
Of a botch.
R.I.P. Paige.
It's all Sasha's fault.
Damn. Xavier Woods loves Paige. So yeah, man. So does Brad.
Speaking of botches.
Ooh.
Segue.
Look at all these botches.
Renee Young is backstage interviewing one Titus O'Neil.
Oh,
and she pretty much brings up the old slip. I'm pretty much gonna roll the footage about right here somewhere. You'll see. We're gonna have fun with that too. But Renee Young interviewing him, he pretty much admits to falling on his own. Gets interrupted by Baron Corbin. After that, the Wyatt and Hardy cuts a promo. They had like their heads in some historic pictures like before, like the Renaissance or some shit.
in their past lives.
Yeah, their past lives they've been
around for centuries.
1 beer.
This man tag, I'm over it.
2
like
beers.
I said before. Braun,
3 beers.
Lashley, Reigns win. They were up against Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, and
So what's the over/under of when Lashley's headband comes off?
oh god,
I don't know, but that's a lot of forehead.
All I'm saying is, and I had the discussion with shout out to Daryl, my boy Daryl. I had a discussion with him, and he was the second person in a couple after Raw, after this last Raw to mention Lashley in a positive way. Here's by the way, in a positive way, and I was like surprised because I look at that shit and I'm with Booker T. I am disappointed in what I've seen so far. I thought he would have Lashley. I thought he would have hit the floor running. Like I said last week. I think Lashley and Strowman being on the same show hurts Lashley, not Strowman, because the fans are more pro Strowman now.
Hold on,
they're not worried about Lashley.
That's a very valid point. If you think Lashley is supposed to be something, or is Lashley supposed to be an enhancement talent?
Yo, you bring in Lashley and Reigns lost at Mania and he lost at the Battle Royal. Lashley's here to take that strap at SummerSlam.
Now,
Brock Lesnar's here to get that strap.
Let me ask you something. Now that you're talking about Lashley, do you think there's a potential possibility of turning Lashley heel?
Heel Lashley.
I like that point.
Impact
turns on Braun Strowman
was money.
I didn't watch it.
I have no idea. That's Japanese to me.
To be honest, I barely saw. I didn't see him in ECW. And in WWE, I mean, his run was very vanilla.
He was here for the Dark Ages. Nobody was watching him. Nobody remembered.
He may not be great on the mic. his promo work might not be great, but the guy's talented, man. The guy could wrestle. The guy.
Yes. No doubt.
I will say you watch his TNA promos. I know it's gonna be hard for a lot of us to get to YouTube that shit.
What is that? Is that the internet?
Exactly. It's on the internet.
We're not sponsored by them at all.
Yo,
Yeah.
Bobby Lashley, Apollo Crews on steroids. Are they not the same person?
You know,
have you ever seen them in the same place at the same time?
When they got Apollo Crews out, I thought he was gonna surpass Lashley.
Whoa,
I thought people were gonna forget about Lashley once Apollo Crews came out.
Gonna surpass.
Those guys are the moveset alone. What's that?
Johnson, bro. Ain't nobody surpassing Ahmed Johnson.
Ahmed Johnson. I hate Ahmed Johnson.
Ahmed Johnson. Yo, this motherfucker. Yo, he had on 4 knee pads.
Oh my god.
Why you had 4 knee pads?
You guys
and on his thighs, my nigga, like on his thighs.
He must have had some weak ass knees. That's what happened.
Yo, I mean,
oh god. And we could confirm with Goldust if that's true.
Yeah.
He's weak in the knee.
Yeah, Goldust his cheeks would know.
All right, Baron Corbin has a match with the Dominicans on the map with WWE.
My man said Baron Corbin had a match.
But it gets better because my man Titus O'Neil comes out, interrupts, pretends to fall on the apron, causes a distraction.
That's already too much.
No way Jose gets the roller pin squash match.
Boring.
So we're setting up for a Titus Baron Corbin.
Oh, let's get it. Ziggler McIntyre promo. Ooh, this was money, guys.
How you feel about that, yo?
He comes out and he goes, he's pretty much backing up last week's statement. Okay. And he continues to take shots at the people in the back, like if they, they're pretty much on their phones or they're just happy to be here. And I forgot who said this, but this is definitely the role he needs to be playing. He has to do that. He has to be this. You can't be CM Punk, but you got to be kind of like, you got to take notes from that guy on the mic now that you back, because the ring work is there. You need the crowd.
Yo,
and right now he's taking the crowd.
You know what? Yes, you're absolutely right. And I would like to see an improvement to the moveset.
Drew McIntyre's?
No, Dolph Ziggler.
Oh, Dolph Ziggler. Oh, my bad. In case, you know what? You guys must have mistaken me. I meant Drew McIntyre. Fuck that nigga Dolph Ziggler. Fuck you. You should be in Ring of Honor years ago.
Nah, man. Yo, Dolph Ziggler.
You steered me away from you, Ziggler.
Nah, yo, remember the feeling of winning the Slammy? Solely.
Pause. Yeah. Me and yours truly over here. We are Slammy award-winning fans. We were there that night. Ziggler cashed in. Later that year, WWE awards that crowd.
The first crowd Slammy
award-winning podcast.
Yo, real talk.
Know.
Real talk. You want to talk about real shit? Real shit is that WWE never really spoke about the crowd until we won a Slammy.
That's right, damn it.
That's real shit, yo. Google that. They were never like, the after WrestleMania crowd is extra raucous. Yeah, you know why? Because we did that shit.
Right. That's right. Us and
whoever else was there. I mean,
a
couple of our friends were there and shit. Like, it was cool.
Tell me, were you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
No, were you there?
Were you at WrestleMania?
Were you there at the Raw Ziggler cast?
No, puto.
Damn, you must hate yourself, yo. I'm sorry to hear that.
He was busy that day, actually.
Oh, were you? Can we know what happened?
I was trying to teach Natalia some new wrestling moves.
You failed miserably, my friend.
Damn, I would have rather go to Raw.
Moving on. Main event of the night. We made it to the main event of Raw, bitches. Finn Balor, Seth Rollins, in another motherfucking classic. These guys are money. Seth finishes with the curb stomp, and it ends in a pretty much babyface fashion, like a Saturday Night Superstars or some shit. We're ready for this Sunday, pretty much. And that's how the Raw ends.
I'd like to see Seth Rollins use the curb stomp less.
Yeah? You want to see him go back to that knee? What's it called?
Fucking knee or whatever.
Kingslayer?
Kingslayer.
Whatever. Yeah. I think that the stomp should be reserved for like pay-per-views, big moments. Yeah. Like Like that Randy Orton, like big
the
spot, the punch.
Yeah.
It was like the punch.
Yes.
And not only you banned it, right?
Guys, let me ask you something. A serious question. When the hell are we gonna see the Demon, Finn Balor?
When I take my pants off.
You walk into that one.
Yeah, you will.
I'm tired of Hornswoggle, man.
Yo, that's a good point. Though we haven't seen.
Not even for Mania, yo.
Yo, that was.
Remember I told you, I was like, yo, I bet you come for Mania. Not even for Mania.
So here's what I think.
Yeah,
I think with the recent losses Finn has been taking, we're gonna see the heel Finn in the near future.
Yeah, but then that doesn't explain the Demon, I think. 'Cause don't come out with a Demon if you're heel.
Well, he first time he ever came out as quote unquote the Demon, he was heel.
Oh, really?
In Japan.
Worked there.
So what? So he suffers a bunch of losses as a baby face, doesn't really go anywhere, and then he can only be successful as a heel. So he's one of those heels where it's like, vengeful, vindictive, like super dick, which is great. I love those heels. Those heels are great. Where it's like, yo, I've lost so much as a face. Like, that's what I wanted for Dolph Ziggler, to be honest. I lost so much as a face, and now fuck you guys. Now I'm a heel.
Yeah.
And like he kind of tried, but they kind of like played off his music and stuff. So
let's move on to SmackDown Live, my boys. I think Miz TV opens up the show. He tries to cause the rift between Orton and Jeff Hardy, but Orton says that they're pretty much cool, but he's gonna take the strap back at Backlash. I believe he gets interrupted by Shelton Benjamin. They have a little scuffle, set up first match of the night. Shelton Benjamin and The Miz. Here's Randy Orton and Hardy. Good match, not bad. Kind of a snooze fest for me, and probably others, but I mean, if the crowd was into it, match ends with the RKO.
Surprise!
But not just on Shelton Benjamin. For the 1, 2, 3 after the match, he sneaks an RKO out of nowhere on Jeff Hardy. So you already know they're ready for Sunday. Renee Young cuts an interview and backstage with the Iconics. Boring as fuck. Give me your thoughts on the fucking Iconics, man. What do you think on these girls?
I think they have potential, and I think they need time. Yo,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I meant what was important. The breast size.
Oh well.
The new boob job. How do you think? What do you think?
I think we should get one more up.
Oh,
but
okay. All right.
But nah. But yo, real talk. I like the Iconics, man. Again, I
like one of the Iconic. I think one is iconic.
So,
one is a stud, and the other one's like, well, physically, right? But yo,
the other one is a fucking douchebag.
But on the mic, I really like what they do together, and I think it's great TV. And I think that, I think it can be great TV. Is what I'm saying. I don't think it's there yet, but I think like they get more comfortable. Yo, DX was like stuffy at first, and like it took time for them to be like, oh, we could grow sausages in the middle of the ring.
Funny you said that. Awkward moment when she called him trash, right? It was a little awkward moment after that. Chubb, did you catch that?
When who?
When the Iconics cut that promo in the back with Renee Young, the interview, she called the fans trash or some shit, right? Or she called them trash.
Iconics?
Yeah, when Peyton Royce.
Yeah, trying to get that heat.
Yeah, but did you catch? It was kind of like a little awkward moment with the crowd and the reaction and all that. You didn't catch? I felt it.
You never want the silence. But you know what my thing with the Iconics is? I feel like they're a rehash of the Beautiful People.
Oh, there we go. And I completely forgot about that. Yes, that was an act. I got behind that a little bit
because they were the rubbish version.
I got behind that a little bit. Thank you, sir.
And so I was wondering if maybe they should probably do the same entrance.
Well,
I don't
remind me. Yeah, I don't.
So it dealt with one of them opening their legs up wide. On the
right. The other one goes through.
And the other one crawls through the.
I love the way this mind works.
Walks up to the ring. They go to the hard cam. At which point they're both shaking their asses before they slide in.
Why? I mean, I can see. I mean,
why not?
But character like they clowns. You know what I mean? Like, kind of sexualize them like that. And look, there's.
I'll tell you what. That won't fit today. That won't fit today.
And that's kind of what I meant. You know what I mean?
Today.
That I mean, it worked. It's worked clearly in the past.
Yes, sir.
Right. But today, like that. Just feels like especially for their characters.
After the revolution, well, as we're in the middle of the women's revolution, I guess it'd be too hard to pull it off.
It'd be hard to pull off, and to justify, right? Yeah, I can see why they wouldn't want to do that, and I don't think their characters geared towards that. You know what I'm saying? Like, even as characters, they're much more goofy than they are sexy.
And that's a problem because I can't take them seriously when they beat down Charlotte. At least one of them.
They've got to develop more of an edge, and that's why I think that that takes time.
I love what they've done. What they've done has been good. They're good, and I think it's a great start. I know them from NXT, and this is why I'm saying I haven't taken them serious from NXT, but this jump, this transition they made, it's good. They're good. They're off to a good start. I just can't wait for this bitch to fuck it up somehow. Not Peyton Royce. What's her name? Billy Kay.
Yeah.
Billy Kay.
I don't know, man. I think that if there's gonna be a women's tag, it should be the first.
Hell, you do that.
And
you definitely do that.
And you've got to give them time.
Yeah.
And when they get their chops, because they're still developing their chops, and I really like the direction they're going in. I think they're kind of funny, and like they'll find funny, but they're in the direction, like they're going in the right direction. When they get that, like from just exposure, from just being on TV, and if they do get a tag title, like even a tag title chance, I think that'll do a lot for their character. Yo, the Road Dogg, Jesse James, and the badass Billy Gunn weren't always fucking fire on the mic.
They were put together last minute, right?
They put themselves together.
Oh, okay.
They had nothing else to do.
All right. Right.
Yeah,
because he was doing.
Listen, the whole credit for that team, and I mean, I just threw it out there, but the whole credit for that team is all Road Dogg. Like, Road Dogg was always the mouthpiece, and Billy Gunn was like, "Yeah, what he said." Like, famous.
Billy Gunn was the muscle of that team. He was pretty much the muscle.
Yeah, no, verbally, but like he was the vocal muscle. But these girls can benefit a lot from like that kind of like know-how, right? Like these two guys. Well, at least Road Dogg is part of the WWE still. He books SmackDown. They can be similar in like how they play with the crowd and how they do their interactions and do their promos. I mean, it can be fun like that. Like, yo, Road Dogg and Badass, like they were fun. Like, when they came out, even when it wasn't like a DX thing, it was just like a Outlaws thing. Like it was funny. Yeah. It was fun. They were fun. And yo, like the women's division can use that, and they can like monopolize off of that. Yo, like it's very easy to fall into like the good guy, bad guy thing, which is like Charlotte and Sasha and Bailey and like whatever everybody else. They've got like a good girl, bad girl thing. It's very easy to just be like the comedic relief or like the flashy one, right? Like Naomi kind of stands out in that regard. Like she's like the flash one, like she kind of catches your eye. So having like these funny girls like develop a character and like develop a tag team, like that's fucking phenomenal. And I think that does a lot for like the whole division. You know?
Yeah, I think they definitely started off good. Definitely on the right track. New Day, your boys, in the bar cutter segment, setting up Xavier Woods versus Sheamus later in the night. Rusev, I want to touch on this. Rusev Day backstage, and Lana approaches Rusev and Aiden English. Aiden English steps away, but forgets his jacket. But before coming back to get his jacket, Lana's talking to Rusev, talking about how something's holding him back. They're gonna break up Rusev Day?
I mean, yeah, they have to.
Yeah.
They ran its course. Where does it go from here? That's it. You know what I mean? Like, Rusev was a guy that had nothing for. Rusev did everything in his power to get something done. Internet. He's hilarious on Twitter. He's made himself like a thing, right? Aiden English somehow, somewhere got involved, singing his 2-second thing, and now he's rapping and like, fuck you.
This man is over by getting another man over.
Yeah, that's Aiden English right now, right? Like,
how?
Because it's not even like, yo, he's not. I'm not crazy about him as a wrestler. I think when the Vaudevillains broke up,
that was it.
Destroyed
that
him.
was it.
I don't know. I can't. put him somewhere else.
But you gotta give
in
him
my
the
head.
fact that he's still around.
Well,
There's something.
But
He's still around.
is he still around because of the fact that he's
We'll
married
see
to-
now.
He's married to Eddie's daughter.
I didn't know
Oh,
So, I'm like, is-
that. Yo, you dropping gems, yo.
Yeah.
Dropping
Is
gems.
it just because of Shaw Guerrero?
Wow. Well,
She's
I didn't
very
know that.
fly, by the way.
Listen, I'm not saying English doesn't have talent. I just think he's typecast right now. Like there's just like you look at Aiden English and you're like, oh, this is the kind of wrestler he is. This is the kind of mold he fits. And even this Rusev Day bullshit is kind of weird outside. Like he kind of teeters the line of what you're comfortable of him doing. You know what I mean? You want to see him just rebuild somewhere. I don't know. Come back as Dracula or something, right? Like just do something else. Maybe come back in a cape and like just sing some bullshit and like be like the fucking Phantom of the Opera. I don't know, but like Rusev and you are just that's it. That's it. You're done.
Yeah.
Cool. Maybe you guys can have a thing and like that might be like lower card, like opening a Backlash or something.
He definitely ran his course. I mean, you can't. I mean, how much can you push? Can you stress something like that? That's something that came out of accident.
And you know what? Like Rusev is good, and I'd like to see him keep.
My thing
should
is
be the
Aiden
man, huh?
English, man. Aiden English is gonna go down, and that's it. This is the England of Aiden.
I can see that.
He's a good hand. I
Yeah,
think
but what do you think about your hand after you beat off with it? You're ashamed and you're dirty.
You got nothing left.
Oh, Booker T, that's
Nice.
damn, that's a lot.
That's real tired.
Big Cass comes out, cuts a segment, and he calls out Daniel Bryan. Calls out Daniel Bryan, but who does he get? Daniel Bryan.
Herpes.
Obviously, Daniel Bryan. Just a lot shorter.
A little version.
Little version of Daniel Bryan comes out. It's,
There's a little version.
it's actually another local talent, and not this segment never gets old. Shawn Michaels did it to Brad. How many other people have done this shit about the midgets coming out? I think the Dudleys have done it a couple
like
times.
DX didn't want.
Yeah.
Didn't Lawler do it?
Lawler does it, doink and dink.
Yeah.
It doesn't get old. It doesn't get old with you little people. But funny enough, he actually did a little something different. He actually finished the act and proceeded to announce the little guy as his real name as a local talent anyway to the crowd. He said, take your bow, then proceeded to kick him in the face. But at least he got his name out there, right?
So I don't really need to see Big Cass on my television. I understand that Vince likes big guys, and he had that half a second when Enzo got hurt and they were trying to push him, but I feel like the time has come and gone, and I don't need to see him
again. Another guy that I say, Braun Strowman. What do you need a Big Cass for?
Yeah.
because he's your Kevin Nash.
Because you're trying, it's Kevin Nash is just the barometer for whackness.
Moving on, let's finish up SmackDown. AJ Styles because of segment and
Take a leak.
go ahead, do you think, man? Samoa Joe comes out and interrupts him, and oh my God, I was marking out when he said I'm coming after that strap after whoever wins Nakamura, AJ Styles. He threatens also the winner. Well, he pretty much sets up the distraction for Shinsuke Nakamura to come out and low blow AJ for the 105th time.
I was gonna say, Jesus Christ, can we just stop with the angle
Oh my
already?
God, I can't. Sheamus and Xavier Woods, Cesaro comes in funny moment. He actually bootlegs Pancake. So he has a trench coat jacket on, and he opens it up, and they have pancakes, bootlegged pancakes. Quick, good match. They both got into it. Luke and Cesaro get involved. Woods with a roll-up pin. Backstage, Paige kills the absolution gimmick.
Yes. That's
it. It's over. Pretty chubby. He's not even there. So Paige kills absolution. Sets up Mandy Rose and Becky Lynch for next week. After that, Andrade Cien Almas cuts another promo. When is he debuting? I need this man to debut already.
Well, you wanna give him a build.
Yeah. Give the audience something to anticipate and whatnot. Main event, six woman tag match. I'm not even gonna tell you who the hell they were because you pretty much know already. It's pretty much the icons. And who else?
Your faces versus your heels.
Your faces versus your heels, and
Carmella versus.
And then somebody won.
2 beers.
Now, pretty
3
much
beers.
the quickest way we're gonna go through this is gonna be the quickest results for.
We gonna take our time with this.
I'm running through these results because this show was shit, and it was 5 hours of shit. So Roman wins the Rumble, I believe. Pretty Chubby predicted that one, and Brock Lesnar retains. I predicted that one. Taker buries Rusev. None of us saw that. We were all going for Rusev. We try to swerve everybody. Styles retains. Nobody wanted that. Seth retains. I called that. Bludgeon Brothers retained. I called that.
Yo, but you guys had to have known this was the house show.
Yeah, it was. Well, they did a great job convincing you it was kind of like a big time.
No. They did a great job convincing you.
Mania setting.
Nah.
The whole build.
You know what it tells you?
It was going to be a SummerSlam Wembley situation.
Okay,
really?
I could have seen that.
You know what it tells you? It's Friday at noon, my dude. You wanted a real something of consequence? They were not going to do that for you.
Well, it was Friday noon here. It was still at night over there.
It's not my business. I don't know what happens in Saudi Arabia.
Let's get into what's really important and what's really the topic of discussion when it comes to the Greatest Royal Rumble. Obviously, no women wrestling at the show, at the pay-per-view. No women competed that night. WWE caught a they delivered they said a statement saying that they're gonna pretty much respect cultures outside of America, and business is business basically. Like, fuck off. Like, we gotta do what we gotta do. Well, we still represent women. We still for the women movement, but we gotta respect culture, and their culture is no women wrestling, right? That is not the only thing. Pretty Chubby, you're walking into the Greatest Rumble discussion here, and I'm bringing up the fact that no women actually wrestled at the Rumble show. But that wasn't the only thing of controversy here. Apparently, this just came in. Wrestling Observers reporting that Sami Zayn was not at the Greatest Royal Rumble pay-per-view, and due to the fact that he's of Syrian descent. I don't know if you caught that, Chubb, but the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia and Syria, they cut relations in 2012, apparently, and this fucked all Syrians.
Yeah, and actually, Sami Zayn was part of a very vocal movement to raise money for the Syrians,
right?
Whatever, protect the Syrians.
So I guess not having them over there was a big issue. Now, it was brought out to light that there was a list given with cultural miscues to avoid on that list for the WWE, and apparently Sami Zayn wasn't even aware of this shit. WWE told them for the April 23rd show, to be exact, you're gonna do an injury angle, and you're not gonna make the show for Greatest Rumble.
Well, listen. So, is it controversial? Yes. You're not putting one of your highlighted performers on an international show. At the same time, you don't want to stir the pot too much, right? You're coming into a country where they're very set in their ways. They have their beefs. I mean, I would think it'd be the same thing as if they're going to do a show in India. You're not going to have not that he's going to ever show up there anyway, but Mustafa Ali, who's of Pakistani descent, show up in a show over there. Or if you're going to Pakistan, you're not going to have Jinder Mahal or you're not gonna
Or
have.
maybe you want him to be like an ill heel.
You could,
And
but
just jizzes on everybody.
he might end up dying. He might end up getting stabbed along the way to the ring.
It was happening.
If he dies, he dies.
That old school Puerto Rico heat, where you know the pile
Oh
that pile
god,
of piss hitting you in the
fucking get
face.
stabbed and
But-
shit.
Like it's stabbed with the
Nah.
entrance music.
Wait, were you guys also aware that maybe another reason, like a big reason why Sami Zayn wasn't there was because of he has that whole Sammy for Syria campaign going on.
Right, yeah.
100%,
I
yeah,
think
exactly.
you brought that point up. Yeah, that was
Wake up, Apple.
that was definitely a thing. That was definitely
Baño.
Oh, my bad. Yo, shake it twice.
big.
Yo, but I guess it's a big deal, right? It's a big deal because we live in America.
I just think it's a bigger deal that they kept it hush for the fact that
hold
for
on.
racial and ethnicity.
But you're saying they kept
Reasons.
it hush. What does that mean? Like they kept the hush from what?
So
the
this is what they did. They pretty much said, let's not tell them until after the event because we don't need social media. And,
Who's them? Tell the audience.
no, Sami Zayn.
Oh, sorry. All right.
Or,
And
the audience.
Okay.
And the audience. Because more so the audience, because the audience will go on social media and blow that shit up.
Now let me ask
And be
you a
like,
question.
listen, WWE, they're signing with people. This is racial profiling. It's really not. It's really
It's
not.
not.
It's not. But you know how the
Yeah,
internet.
but
you know how
it
the
can be
internet.
like
And
yeah,
then
it
they
can be racially
avoided
construed.
that.
Isn't that masterful creative writing? Isn't that what we argue that WWE doesn't do enough of? Right? That they don't
Wow.
masterfully
Wow.
write people out of the fucking
What a
storyline
coincidence.
so that it doesn't cause issue. Listen, let's be honest. All right, not every country feels the same way that we do about things. Okay? Is it fucked up? Is it unjust? Yeah, absolutely, no doubt. But money is green.
Bye, goddamn.
Feel me? And yo, countries that have just started playing certain types of cinema and certain types of entertainment after years of not doing so, it's fresh money, right? They just made the Prince of Jeddah,
No doubt it's about to do it.
right? Of Saudi Arabia or whatever. He just made a contract with like to open 100 AMCs or 1,000 AMCs or whatever, and like it was like expanding entertainment, and this was part of the contract. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, WWE got paid to have this event in Saudi Arabia. Is that
Before ticket sales were out there, I think they made it 10, 12 million right off the bat.
I think, yeah. it was
if I'm not mistaken, right? Like the Prince paid them to have the show in there. And look at what they did, right? Like the WWE had a Friday afternoon house show for mad money. They made mad money off of that.
It Taz on his show pretty much. I think he said it best. It was a paid show. It was a sold show.
Yeah.
It was already a sold show.
No, and if you guys are aware, the women got paid and they didn't.
Oh yeah,
And I would
they
imagine
did
Sammy got
compensate.
paid.
They compensated the women. They
Right.
gave them pay.
And so you want to make that argument, and I understand it, and I'm here. However, don't we talk a lot about companies that like kind of overstep their bounds and try to like impose their own like ideas of religion and like society and blah blah blah? Isn't that exactly what the WWE tried not to do? They were like, "Yo, we went to your country. This is your country's kind of like norms and things. Now, you don't agree with those things because we have them, right? Like we have Sami Zayn, we have women's title and women's competition, and in fact, it's actually pretty legit, right? We have these things, but we're gonna go to your country, and because your culture is kind of like sensitive to those things, we'll give you the show that you're kind of looking for. Isn't that like what we want
That's
countries to
that's
do?
what it's about.
Right,
You're
so, like-
that's exactly what it's about.
Like,
At the end of the
yeah,
day,
like
yeah.
maybe the WWE could have been like, nah, we're gonna stand strong, and like we're gonna stand with our women.
Listen,
But
time will pass by, and cultures. Even at the show itself, they were popping that promo for the co-brand promotion, and when Carmella was doing her little dance routine on it,
they got
had a
heat for that,
huge
yeah.
pop.
They got
Though. They got a huge
Oh yeah.
pop.
But they also got some heat for that.
Yeah, they did
Yeah,
get
and
heat
the
for that.
Saudis were upset
Yeah,
because
they
was,
had to
like,
write an apology.
Had women, and there was an apology. However, right? Triple H made a good fucking point. And honestly, this is the end of the discussion as far as I'm concerned. You guys can say whatever you want. Triple H was like, you know, basically, who are we to go to their country and tell them what to do? We support this shit. Our company has these things. We do these things. And the only way you can help the situation is to be a part of the conversation.
Gotta be in it.
Right? So I forget like the exact wording, right? It was something like that, like you gotta whatever be a part of the conversation, be in it or whatever. But that's exactly the attitude to take. I respect you, like this is what you think. Now we have our own thing, and then hopefully because we interact, like you'll eventually change your opinion. You know, what more do you want?
Yeah, that pretty much says it all. Let's hit up some more news right before we get to these tag teams. A little spoiler on Jericho's future. He's gonna be at the New Japan show this week, looking the future New Japan Domination or Dominion. Yeah, there's a show this week.
I heard he wasn't doing it.
Well, last I heard, the show's on June 9th, and he'll be at the show this week, and he's gonna build for the show in June.
So this is for him against Naito, I'm guessing?
I'm guessing Naito. We could be wrong, but last also I heard was he wasn't he was busy with his.
So I mean, from what I heard,
Naito's a New Japan superstar.
He's their
Jericho's
Intercontinental champion,
right?
Former world champion.
And Jericho started a little beef with him post Kenny Omega Jericho.
Right.
To set something up.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, and now they were a little, nobody was really aware what was doing. It was a tweet.
Now listen,
someone questioned whether he's coming back to Jericho, whether he's coming back to New Japan. He said, unfortunately, at this time, he thinks he's done, which is, I mean, from my understanding of the situation, from what he said on the podcast. So you never know if he was working the angle or.
But let's assume he's always working the angle, right?
So,
like I think that's
so if he was working the angle.
Well, here's the thing: he wants to have that Brock role.
That was the issue.
Yeah, he wants to be Brock Lesnar of New Japan, where he comes in, he's not around often, but when he's around, it's a big fucking deal.
Now, let's be honest. You think New Japan could do that?
Oh yeah.
Well, I think no. They'll give him to a certain extent. From my understanding, was he also has not a paranoid stance, but he's very cautious because he's afraid that he does reach that Brock Lesnar level of New Japan uses him as a main attraction and have heat with Vince. And so then he's like, well, if I'm not going to get paid Brock level money, am I screwing myself because then Vince won't bring me back?
No, I think he's past that. And I think Kenny Omega did it because I think the first treachery is the worst, right? Mm-hmm. So like him even venturing to New Japan, I think was the thing. Yeah. I think now that that's been done, and he came back, and he was so willing to like, I'll do the Undertaker match, and I'll be part of your Royal Rumble, your bullshit Royal Rumble, right? I think that those fences are not only mended. I think it's a bridge now, and I think he can like go back and forth at will.
And it should be noted.
I could be wrong. I mean,
for New Japan, the Bookers are his boy. Jado and Gato they were a part of his time when he worked with New Japan as a part of No. I could be wrong.
That's what the people.
Yeah. He was a No Limit soldier. But so when you have the head booker as a guy that you grew up with, he can get away with a lot of stuff.
Three more things in the news this week, and I think we can put these tag teams. Glenn Jacobs, representing the Republican primary for the race in Knox County, Tennessee. Think so? I'm happy that there's wrestlers in political positions.
Well, so here's
Jesse Ventura.
Yeah, right.
The weird part is he's a libertarian, so yeah, it's more conservative than a Democrat, but it's not exactly Republican. So I was kind of shocked that he was able to take that.
Yeah.
In the primary, it'll be interesting to see what happens.
I think he wins,
the WWE
man.
is very Republican.
Oh,
Yeah,
100%.
they're not shy about it
Hey,
either.
Dolph Ziggler very openly works with Fox News.
Oh,
We
that's
all
a
saw who
like,
made. We all saw whose team won, and Vince had to shave his head. My president's one thing. This one's for you. Well, actually, let's hold on for that one. Jason Jordan's due back in a month, guys. Woo-hoo.
Next.
Pretty chubby.
Oh, so excited. Yeah.
I figured.
Can he do the ankle slam this time though? When he come back?
Yeah, I hope he ankle slams himself up.
Well, let's get into the last little bit of news, and then we can pick the tag teams. For you, Joe, Keith Lee.
Oh, limitless Keith Lee.
Yo, he's officially signed to the WWE roster. He's gonna be hitting up NXT by the end of this month as soon as he's done with his indie date.
This brings joy to my heart on many levels.
And then your pants.
A little bit, not gonna lie. You know, there's a little bit of a chub going on every time I hear it. And Keith is one of those throwbacks. He's a big boy. He can move phenomenally in the ring. He has that natural charisma to him, the it factor that everyone talks about.
Pretty much lost Mark Henry, but you got a new Mark Henry. It's a little bit more agile, a little bit more athletic.
He's tenfold Mark Henry.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, he's sexual.
But the young Mark Henry.
So
I'm talking about the red, white, and blue.
He's very
Mark
much a
Henry.
sexual chocolate. Not as strong as Mark.
Definitely not.
You'll never find another man strong as
Definitely
Mark.
not.
But you won't find someone of that Mark Henry caliber strong. What Keith I think does bring is the charisma and a big boy with big power moves, which in today's work rate environment is kind of missing. You don't really have those big boys.
NXT guy?
He's gonna be in
He will
NXT.
be.
Oh, he's gonna be in
He's
NXT.
with PWG.
He was with PWG. He was with Evolve. Was a big
He's all
breakout.
in the promotions.
He's a Gabe Sapolsky guy.
So he's gonna be a Haas. He'll come in here and like things go.
Yes.
I bet.
If you tuned in last week, folks, he was one of Joe's top moves.
Pounce from
Pounds
Keith Lee.
from Keith Lee. That's him. Very dangerous man. That's pretty much it for the week. We'll close it up with the tag teams. And
Alright.
let's get it. Main event for you. Pretty chubby. Give me 5 tag teams. Tell me why. Make your top 5.
Top 5 tag teams of all time.
All time. Any era, any and any generation. I don't give a fuck. Just,
All right.
don't even have to be in the order at all.
You're 5.
All right. I'll start it off with the Hardy Boys.
Okay.
6-time WWF tag team champs.
Yo, you talking about the Brood? The new Brood?
Hardy Boys, dog.
The new Brood, you mean?
No.
Get out of here.
The Hardy Boys? So, all right. So, like, what are you talking about? Attitude Era Hardy Boys?
Team Extreme. I'm talking about tables, ladders, and chairs, Hardy Boys.
This is your top team. This is one of your top 5.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
All right, let's go.
I like the Hardys.
Who else? Who else you got?
Some may say they spot monkeys. But we
I
all
would
know how
be-
we feel about spot monkeys.
I would be one of them.
I agree.
The Dudley Boys.
Dudley's, okay.
Dudley's actually are in my top 5.
Okay.
I agree.
Dudley Boys. They are the only tag team to hold championship belts in WWE, ECW, WCW, NWA, TNA, and IWGP.
Woof.
You're just saying letters.
Oh, man.
I think they helped.
That man knows his ABCs.
Yes, and they got inducted into the Hall of Fame this year.
Woof.
I agree.
Then I got the Road Warriors.
Okay.
Boom.
Definitely nice.
I wish I could have watched more of their matches because they were big, when we were kids. So, like, I remember them here and there. But
Well, if you have $9.99,
that can be arranged.
that can be arranged.
I have a life, man.
and then I fast forward to the new generation, and I say the Young Bucks.
All right.
I gotta give a shout out to the boys.
Was you at 5 already, or you still got one more?
That's 4.
Okay.
And since I'm talking about the Young Bucks, I gotta finish it off with the Golden Lovers.
The Golden Lovers, okay. All right. That's Kenny Omega and Kota Ibushi, if you're not aware. New Japan tag teams, as well as the Young Bucks. That's a good list. I don't like the Hardys, but that's only because I feel the Hardys, Dudleys, and Edge and Christian got to be one team.
Nah, listen. First of
If
all,
anything, I like Edge and Christian out of all three teams.
they're the ones with the least personality.
No,
But let me give you guys a fact.
even
Let me give you guys.
even if it's written, all three teams are they're unified, but they had the most success. They won all those ladder matches, by the way.
Let me give you something.
They're still around.
Are you guys aware that Edge and Christian never had a tag team finishing maneuver? Never.
No, yes, they did.
No, they
They did, stupid. You want to feel stupid?
No, they didn't.
The concerto, my nigga.
Oh yes.
Because that wasn't a finish. How are you gonna finish a match?
So okay.
Prior to that, they also did use one finish. So I don't think it really.
I was just talking shit.
They would do. Do you guys remember? It was the
the execution. Yeah.
Not the execution. Execution was his DDT, but it was the electric chair drop. But he bring you forward.
Yeah.
He would do that with Christian. He would have Christian splash off onto the guy.
Oh yeah, but did they actually finish with that?
They didn't even have
Twice, and then they went to
Yeah, I do vaguely remember that. Yo, Edge and Christian.
So they had a finish. They might not have used it.
They've never won with it.
Yeah.
They didn't even have matching ring gear, for God's sake.
They really didn't have fucking match. I've always hated that.
Yo,
I was glad that God gave us the greatest tag team of all time, Conquistadors, with matching outfits.
Listen, the old Age Outlaws never had matching outfits, and everyone was certainly fine with that.
You know what? That's a fair point because they're in my top 5. The New Age Outlaws.
And they didn't have a finish either.
The fact that you didn't even mention the New Age Outlaws.
Well, let's get into yours. Where's your 5?
The Dudley Boys. I agree. Again, I'm a gimmick guy. I think they're gonna be fun. I think they're fucking decorated, right? Like you made a great point. Right? They've got title upon title upon title. You know, Hall of Famers, blah blah blah. They were fun, right? Obviously, Dudley Boys. New Age Outlaws, another team, fun, right? Like they were just action packed. The New Age Outlaws matches, lest you forget, like Road Dogg was always like a hardcore title contender. And he was always in it, and he was always down to be in it. He was always getting hit by something.
He's still an Armstrong. I mean, at the end of the day, he got it in his blood.
Yeah.
Was it third or fourth?
No, he's the second generation.
Second generation.
So, absolutely. And on the mic, no question, right? So Outlaws. After that, I mean, I'm not really married to anybody right now. What
Shout out to GT.
All right. The Hardys are a fair, fair game, but they're a bunch of spot monkeys, man. Like they just jump off of shit. And so, like where we at? Like, you know what I mean? Like you could make a better case for American Alpha, but they're boring as shit. But they were a tag team. They were tag team moves, and like they had maneuvers together, and they would like work together. You could even make an argument. You could make a better argument for Drew McIntyre and Dolph Ziggler with the finisher. That shit was pretty dope. The zigzag and like that.
Yeah,
so, Claymore.
Yeah, the Claymore. That shit was dope. I don't know, man. I don't know. After that, I'm kind of.
You gotta give us something. Give us 3, like word vomit. Give us 3 tag teams.
Word vomit.
Like tag team vomit.
Yo, headbangers.
Real men wear skirts.
Yo, headbangers. I loved headbangers.
Jersey in the house.
Again, I was down for headbangers. I thought they were fun, and you need that in the tag team. Oh, hold on. The New Day. If that's not on your list, get the fuck out of here. Because not only do they have the length of title reign. They've got the acumen in terms of matches, spots, like whatever you're looking for, they've got. And the Freebird rule. You know what I mean? So they've done it all. They give you pancakes whenever you know whatever you want it. They're funny.
Yeah.
They can be intense. And another team I'd actually like to bring up is the Blade Runners.
Okay.
I will fight you right now. No.
I think you were about to.
I'm just kidding. No, the Blade Runners are trash. But I'm just a Sting fan, and I thought I'd be remiss to just bring up any team that Sting has ever been on.
You done Sting and Luger. You brought up Sting and
Yeah, I guess you're right. But
Dingo
the Blade
Warrior,
Runners was an
Dingo
actual
Warrior.
team, and I can imagine that
Well, their faces were both painted.
and all their promos were trash.
So you had two main eventers in one team. That's what it really comes
Basically,
down to,
like
right?
Captain America and Captain America again.
Yeah.
It's just them arguing with each other. Although, one of my favorite tag teams for real, is the Superpowers. You want to talk about star power? You want to talk about like actual like fun match? Hey man, Randy Savage and Hulk Hogan put on the show, and
At least the enemy's greatest of tag teams.
yeah.
Yeah.
And I thought it was fun. The storyline was fun. Like it was all like great. It was well put together. I am a total Randy Savage mark. Like I love Randy Savage. So anything he does, I think is gold. And I thought that for the time, for the moment, I thought just like the storyline came together, everything came together, and then what transpired afterwards, and how they were able to even like make that into enemies of the thing, and which is usually but either way, right? Like Randy Savage, Hulk Hogan was such a big thing. Like, it's so crazy. They were able to put it on. I'm a fan. I thought it was great. Obviously, I think Legion of Doom is like fantastic. I wish I would have seen more of them as youth, right? Like as a youngster.
Well, like we said, $9.99 covers you.
Right. So like you see it in retrospect, right?
Yeah.
But
How about you, sir? Let them have it.
Well, once again, I'm gonna be that old man throwing out the old man tag teams.
Okay.
I'll start off with one that's modern age, and that's the Dudleys. You cannot discredit them. Anytime a team can get over in multiple promotions, in multiple like crowds, we're talking about it's a different beast from going from an ECW crowd to a WWE crowd to a New Japan crowd to a AAA crowd. I mean, to be able to get over with that many promotions, that many fans, working the style they work, you gotta give them credit, and they're Hall of Fame worthy. 100%.
Right. Some might say, I mean, the style that they did in ECW wasn't really at that time wasn't really accepted everywhere. So they didn't have it easy being liked. They weren't the most liked tag team everywhere.
The style they used was a very old school style. I think having that ECW stamp on their resume. I remember when they came into the E, obviously they had to get tested by the APA. They passed that test with flying colors, which is why they were able to be as successful. I mean, gotta put them on your top five.
Definitely.
Arn and Tully, otherwise known as the members of the Four Horsemen. They were in the E as the Brain Busters, which is ironic because they didn't use the Brain Buster
At all.
I mean, they didn't
Not
have Bobby.
once. Not one time.
Not a single time. They had the Spine Buster, the most beautiful Spine Buster in the whole
wrong
goddamn
Buster.
world. They were the first tag team champions to do the NWA strap and the WWF strap. They are the personification of that old school Southern style of tag team wrestling. You find a body part, you work it, you isolate your opponent, you just bring the heat in. I think any list that's going to be a tag team, you have to include them. You know, the Revival was called the Revival because they're trying to revive the style that Arn Tully left.
Right. Cool. Good that you covered that.
LOD, or Road Warriors, whatever you want to call them. There's a reason there is the Road Warrior pop, right? They were just that over that whole fucking arenas would explode as soon as their music hit. Their style was brutal. From most of the interviews you got, it was more shoot than work whenever they hit you and stuff, just because they weren't really trained that well by a turkey. But one of the most over teams and one of the teams that everyone compares themselves to, right?
Right.
Even
the Ascension.
That's right. Fortunately.
Man, oh man. Okay.
That's 3, right?
That's 3 right there, right? It's so hard because the tag team wrestling is one of those things that I really do enjoy, and when it's done right, I don't know if there's any other type of match that can really get past it. That's why the TLC matches were, they stole the shows at all the manias they were at. Right? Personal favorite of mine was the Steiner Brothers.
Oh, absolutely. Actually, I was just about to bring them up.
You
The
know,
Steiner Brothers, man. Low key, right? Like Scott Steiner got a lot of the fame.
oh,
Well,
that's later on. Yeah.
But Rick Steiner
Oh, Beast. A Beast.
was phenomenal. Yo, I love him. I mean, ultimately, I'm a fan of Buff Bagwell, but right, because I feel like Scott Steiner kind of turned into Buff Bagwell. Like he kind of ate him and became him. Like ate a lot of his personality, and then Buff Bagwell was just some dope like jumped off the top.
There's got to be some video footage of that.
Somewhere, right? He was just like, "I'm your soul." So it's mine.
But think of just the finishes that came from that. Yeah, the
fun.
assisted bulldog, assisted DDT. Listen, you know, we all talk about the luchadors and we love Ray, but the first time I ever saw Hurricane Rane, it was called a Frankenstein.
Right, Frankensteiner.
Right?
Dog, just dropping gems.
By Scott
You are
Steiner.
absolutely right.
And long before Taz even came out with his fucking Taz plexes, the two plexes were the Steiners.
Right.
Yeah.
They hit you with the belly to belly. The
And before
Steiner
there was
Brothers?
a clothesline of hell from hell, there was
Oh.
a Steiner line.
Oh my God.
So that
I
was
think you got one more for me.
Number one's easy for me. We're gonna go with the Freebirds.
Okay.
The Fabulous Freebirds.
The original New Day?
Well, listen, you know, if you're gonna have a rule named after you, you have to put it in that number 1 spot, right?
fair.
Yeah.
fair.
You know, you're talking about the New Day, and you're talking about how Big E needs to be power guy. What you're really saying is Big E needs to be Bam Bam Terry Gordy,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
So you had the trash talker in P.S. Hayes or Doc Holliday, whatever the fuck. Yep. And you had your go-to cheater, which was usually Roberts. And then after Roberts, you had your Haas, the guy that cleared everything else up in Bam Bam Terry Gordy.
Right.
You know, they went through all the promotions they did. They did a cup of coffee in the F, not the E.
Mm-hmm.
The only reason for that was they were big stars everywhere else they went. So when they came up to the F, they didn't necessarily follow protocol, and they pissed off a certain giant, which ended with them, you know, losing their job. But you really can't take away from the fact that they brought that 3-man dynamic to tag team wrestling.
That's
been
fair.
copied in
That's
every
solid
single promotion.
Yeah, I mean, Freebirds are the Freebirds, and you don't have New Day without the Freebirds. It definitely wasn't your time. You saw them. I mean, I didn't.
Well, listen, I'm not that old.
Well, let's get into my list. My list is Hart Foundation.
Yo, hold on. Oh my God. Go ahead. Yeah.
All right,
The Usos deserve.
I'll be
some-
quick.
some
Hart
love.
Foundation, Dudley's LOD. I'm not gonna repeat because pretty much said it. What I needed to be said with that. Hart Foundation, yeah, I did think they carried the division back in the day. The New Age Outlaws. You gotta have the New Age Outlaws.
Right, they have
They
to be.
they were part of the movement growing up. They had us talking at the lunch tables every week. Yo,
Listen,
did you see
everything
what these
about
fuckers said? Like, did you see like everything? Like, it was just entertaining.
Right.
And
You
they
wanted
won.
good storyline, yo. They were always like in a dope little storyline.
Right.
You wanted like a good match, yo. When it wasn't like a super, I mean, they were never like super technical, right? But when it was like a more like technical match, it was It was like a hardcore match, yo, because Road Dogg would like get it there.
So what I've always appreciated about the Outlaws, they weren't the best in terms of in ring,
Right.
but the E was always good in setting them up with the tag team that was, and they were able to carry their half.
Right.
It wasn't that they were like, oh, we're gonna make you guys that much better. But if you put him in with God, I hate using the name Chainsaw Charlie, Terry Funk. If you put him in with Terry Funk and fucking Cactus Jack, they came up to that level when it came to brawling.
They took it to the hardcore with that.
And they hung with the best of them, and that was fun.
Yeah.
So, Outlaws.
And then at the end of the day, they paid it back too because they helped carry the Dudleys too. Dudleys had wins over them too. They helped bring them up. My last two.
Yeah, but remember Bubba Ray, powerbomb me, yo.
Yes. He says that initially in the whole thing.
And all the things.
So I gave you 4. My last number 1 team of all time has to be the Young Bucks. There's not a team. They're a team. Yeah, they're spot monkeys, but look at their success.
One sweet.
No team can tell you, Vince McMahon, fuck you. I don't need you because guess what? You can't pay me enough to do the shit that I do at the schedule that I want to do it at, and I'm as over as we are.
Briscoes did it.
The Briscoes.
Yeah. Not to be confused with the Ring of Honor Briscoes. I'm not talking about
right.
Jay and Mark.
Jay and Mark.
I'm talking about Jack and Jerry.
Okay.
Yeah. You mean when people were recording shit on VHS?
Right. Like the dinosaurs.
They own their own goddamn territory. The only reason Vince ever had a shot at WCW is because they sold Georgia Championship Wrestling to them.
Okay.
They came in, they did business with Vince. When they didn't like the fact that they did the business they did in Madison Square Garden, they got on a flight to Florida and they sent the belts back to them. So
they got big balls, is what they got.
But they don't have their shirts in Hot Topic, Joe.
They need those shirts. They have Briscoe Body Auto Shop.
They will fix your fucking car.
That's where they got their money, right?
That's right.
They will fix your fucking car. I'll go take my shit. But yeah, I just think the Young Bucks are just so much ahead of the curve. And
they super kick the little kid. I think
good for that little motherfucker.
They super kicked a woman
with thumbtacks on their shoes.
Shout out to Candice LeRae.
No, they definitely.
Joey Ryan.
King of Dunk style.
They definitely changed the game, man. They changed the game. They set a new path for these new up and coming kids.
So you know what it is?
You got kids that coming up. They're not gonna make it. Not everybody makes it. This gives them hope.
It gives them hope. It gives them the idea and maybe the perception. I don't know if it holds true or not that you can make it big outside the. I'll say they let you know you can make it comfortable. Making it big might be an overshot outside of the E. You know what my problem is with trying to include like modern day tag teams? You haven't been around that long, right?
It's so modern day.
So it's like
we still have to see what
lies ahead
with teams like
the
American
Usos,
Alpha,
like
Usos.
American Alpha,
not for nothing. If we did a top 10, Usos would be on my top 10. I mean, they modern day teams, yeah. Hands down.
Usos
like you said,
love.
Oh no, absolutely.
Like you said, it's still modern day. We gotta see how things pan out. But
once again, that Inouye pride.
I think we're ready for some predictions here. We'll go off real quick.
Backlash.
Let's get into Backlash, guys. The card is not that bad.
Not good neither.
Let's start with what most likely will be the pre-show. Oh, what's this? Another multiple women tag match. I don't know what to do with my women. Sasha Banks, Bayley, Ember Moon, and Natalya versus the Riot Squad, and they had to give the Riot Squad one more person, and Vicky James.
You know what that sounds like?
Snoozefest.
Pop Fest.
Pop Fest?
Yeah.
Listen, snoozes.
Ember Moon got a nice top rope.
I love her fucking finish.
Yeah, she's got a nice move set. You know what I mean? And I think Alexa Bliss is the kind of girl that wants to have a.
Well, I'm anticipating pre-show. What do you think?
That sounds like pre-show.
Pre-show.
Yeah.
Chubb.
Unfortunately, I think that
pre-show.
It's that like Facebook
Appreciate
like, do it live.
So who do you got? I like Riot Squad only because they're the newbies. They got to get them over, right? I haven't really seen them get over yet.
I feel like no.
No, I got nothing.
Well, fuck both of y'all. I think the Riot Squad will win.
I think Ember Moon hits the eclipse on Mickey James.
Oh, okay. Bold as usual.
I agree. I can see that happening.
Team face.
I'm going face.
Okay.
Yeah, I can see that happening, but Riot Squad's nice, and I'd like to see them just get a clean victory.
Okay.
But your heels need W's too. And like heels sometimes just need maybe not a super clean victory, but like they just need
a W.
They need a W. Like
how else are you gonna create heat?
Right.
If your heels lose all the time.
Right. Like you don't always need like your faces to collapse on each other. Like it'd be nice to just get like a nice W where like.
And it's not like we like heels at all in this show.
So
yo, honestly, yo, if you want to talk about booking and you want to talk about creative writing, the fucking heels have like the weakest creative writing they've ever had in history.
Well, I blame the PG era because you're never gonna see a Triple H heel.
But like the PG era, then
E.
Why?
Because the E is traditionally a babyface territory. It's always been a babyface champion fighting off the heels, right? Mm-hmm. So there was a period in the Attitude Era where heels were given some prominence. The old man has brought it back, reining it in, right? That's why we got John Cena, Mr. Unstoppable.
Right.
And he's gone back to his old formula. He's like, it worked with Bruno, it worked with Hulk, it's going to work with John. By God, it'll work with Roman.
Right. Damn it. So, where do you stand?
With?
Banks.
Pay attention, motherfucker.
Banks, Bailey, Moon, and Natty. Wake up.
Generic babyface women's team
versus the Riot Squad and Mickey James. Looks like a pre-show match. What do you think?
I don't know, man. I guess I'll go with the Riot Squad.
Riot Squad, okay.
Can't team up, man. I'm so over them.
Yeah, man. I don't.
Has Tamina wrestled in a little bit?
I haven't seen her in a while. Like
who?
Exactly.
I don't know. Her dad like did some crazy shit, and like
and then that was the end of
they're
that.
kind of trying to hide all of that.
Pretty much it.
Yo, to go back to this tag match, right?
Yeah.
If women's tag is even to be considered, right? Then we need teams to start winning matches.
Yeah.
And so a Riot Squad win would go a long way towards building like a kind of rapport.
Right.
Teaming up with women and like kind of like formulating a plan and having like together moves, like tag team moves.
Right. The coordination and all that.
Right, like coordination. That all matters. Right? If you're gonna just start letting other women win matches, then even like the possibility of a tag women's title is all garbage.
Well, but they've done that with the men's tag division, right? You've always had Joe Blow, single wrestler, and his Joe Blow rival.
Well, you mean Braun Strowman and Nicholas, the 9-year-old?
That was the greatest tag team of all time. You should have known.
But
Nicholas, shout out to Nicholas.
Shout out, yo.
Shout out to fucking bedtime.
Again, valid points. But if you're going to establish a new title, you can't do it on like this flimsy pretense. If you got the titles and you're trying to do some stupid shit,
you mean like Rhino and Heath Slater?
Exactly. Right.
Right.
My God.
Smackdown title.
Cedric Alexander defends his cruiserweight title this Sunday against Buddy Murphy. God, I'm still stuck on what you said last week, and you're saying Cedric to Neville, and I just something.
A man can dream, goddammit.
I believe
Or
in
Ray.
that. I can believe in that. But if anybody was to take that strap from Cedric, I think it's Murphy. I just don't think it's now. I think.
Oh no, it's not gonna be now.
Yeah, I think Cedric. Cedric retains, but I think Murphy's that guy to do it eventually.
I'd like to see Cedric. Listen, you're establishing a new title.
No, the title's not new, but the reign.
Yo, my dude, like it's new, right?
They restarted after.
Right.
Neville had it for a while. He established.
No, you're right. Because now he's gonna carry it. Now you have your first official champion.
Yeah,
right.
You gotta put some weight behind it, right? And like for any title to be legitimate, you need the champion to be. And you kind of gotta let him carry it for a while. So it'd be nice to see Cedric win and hold it for a while. Like, kind of
let's give it some.
I like
longevity
Cedric.
and
I think he's got the athleticism. I think he can carry the division.
Plus, they're doing that weird. I don't know where this angle's supposed to lead to, where Buddy Murphy is like skimming the cruiserweight weight limit.
Yeah.
That's why he couldn't work because he
was
too heavy.
I have not watched 205, but with the little bit I did see that promo, that skit where
and then he pulled a Brock Lesnar and he powerbombed the jobber until he couldn't defend himself.
Oh shit!
I was like, I don't know where they're going with this shit, but okay.
All right, well, whatever.
I love his finish. So
as long as that doesn't directly
impacts
who the champion is.
Cedric versus Murphy.
Cedric retains.
Cedric retains.
Yeah, for sure.
Next match we have the New Day versus the Bar. I believe there's some tag titles on the line, but I think this is just a grudge match, right?
Yeah.
I'd like the Bar to get over because they just got here, right? No.
I want it to happen. Will it happen? I don't know.
I'm gonna go with the Bar.
I feel like you need to build this back up.
This match literally doesn't matter, so it literally doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? Like, unfortunately, if it doesn't, I don't know if are the titles on the line.
No, there's no titles.
Not, right?
No, there's no titles on the line.
I thought they were.
Strap, so.
But they're not yet. Neither of them have the strap. So now that I think about it, I'll go with the New Day. The New Day, in a match that does not matter. The New Day, the three of them are going to put on like some fun shit. So
they've done it before. Chubb.
I think it's a double DQ because Sanity comes in and interferes and beats both teams up.
Beautiful. I do see
Sanity with the chick.
No, the chick's on it.
She's not. And it's because they need her, obviously.
They
just got rid of Amber. They lost. The women's lost.
Iconic.
But yeah, I can't wait for her to come in. But yeah, I love that idea. That's a great idea. I need somebody to.
They finally make their SmackDown debut.
Okay. Joe, what are we doing?
Fuck it. Put the baby faces over.
All right. Leave
the crowd happy.
Strowman and Lashley versus Owens and Zayn. A big team. I go with the Monsters. Owens and Zayn have won their
Isn't that too obvious?
I don't think they play the swerve game. I think they did that enough in Mania weekend. I think they're going to go back to setting you up for later swerves, convincing you that they're back to normal.
But don't you? All right. So what makes the most storyline sense, right? Like, don't people want to tell you that Owens and Zayn are still a tag team?
Well,
like,
okay. I'm praying to God that Lashley goes through, and he somehow Vince will watch this. He's going to hear this. He's gonna, give in, and we're gonna see a Lashley Strowman program. So yeah, I think Lashley Strowman win the match, or if they do, well, they could lose it, and one of those, you tagged me the wrong way. We lost because of you. No, we lost because you're black. So I think maybe we can build it that way. So.
I don't know about that, man. I don't know. Is that possible? Absolutely, that's totally possible. It sounds like, as you're saying it, I can see Vince saying it in some whack ass meeting where everyone's like, yes, sir, yes, sir. That sounds like a great idea. No, that does
Can I
not
shine
sound
your
like a
balls,
great
please,
idea.
sir?
What is the purpose? Right, you got
SummerSlam. I'm taking
you got
this into
Braun and Lesnar
SummerSlam.
again. Who are they facing?
I got Lashley and Strowman. At SummerSlam. I got Lashley. I'm aiming for Lashley and Braun or Lashley and Braun at SummerSlam.
So it's Braun and Lashley against who?
Owens and Zayn.
Exactly. Owens and Zayn. They have experience together. They just got to Raw. Yeah. They've got no reason to be broken up right at this moment. Unless you can tell me that right now they're going to go a heel versus heel storyline. Where maybe Sammy turns face. But
I love Sammy.
But both Sammy and Kevin are better people. And so it doesn't make sense to bring them to Raw to make them fucking Either of them face like neither of them.
You can pull
I hate
You
the
can
match
pull-
to begin with.
You
I
can
don't.
pull a trigger on Kevin and make
The
him
match
win.
screams. I have nothing to
He's
do
an
with these four
anti-hero baby.
motherfuckers. Like,
All right, so play this out in your head, right? So this tag match is happening. Who this is Sammy? Is that a fucking anti-heel baby?
who this is Samuel?
Kevin Owens. That doesn't work out. Like that doesn't play itself out.
Well, I
You know
wouldn't
what mean?
think that goes down. I think they just lose fair and square. I mean,
So if they lose fair and square, then like,
Strowman won the match with a 5-year-old.
so
He's gonna have
what is
Lashley
this
as
match
partner now.
accomplishing? Like, yo, this is the big time match. Like we're talking about like one
So they
match.
lose fair and square.
I think Lashley has.
Kevin and Sammy show. This time, Sammy puts Kevin through a TV screen.
I mean, it works for
Kill
It
Sammy.
works for creativity's sake. But
You know that's where they're gonna break up. It's gonna be in the Kevin and
That
Sammy
doesn't
show.
make any sense for the storyline.
My thing
And
is-
that is exactly what happened.
Booker T fucking Booker T.
When I
challenged
first saw that
Lashley.
set, I'm like, this is where
on
the betrayal
Twitter.
happens.
He said, "I'm disappointed in you." And Lashley didn't go out and say it was because it was in response to Booker, but he goes out and he says, "Oh, it looks like some people forgot what I can do. Time to show them what I can do on Sunday."
Yeah, Shelton mentioned this like 2 years ago. Yo, and like whatever, like you're the old dude that's coming back, and like you're kind of just mentoring youth and like just having like squash matches. So it's very.
I just think they got to spark him somehow, right? He just came back. He's kind of dull right now.
I felt like they should have kept him away from all the other debuts. Like by bringing him in when everyone else came in, it just felt like, oh, Bobby's back.
Yeah.
Save it for the fucking draft. For the
the
shake-up
shake-up.
show.
I don't know, man. Like this is Bobby Lashley and Braun Strowman in this match. Like nothing feels right. Like it doesn't feel like it fits
At all.
correctly.
Four of them.
Yeah, the four of them.
That's
So
all.
I mean, yeah, you can make the argument, right? Like Sammy and Kevin, like obviously they have still making it together. Yeah, whatever. Fuck you. Like that's correct. However, right, in trying to build like the popularity of any of those characters, having them together doesn't really do that. You know what I mean? And then having them turn on each other kind of nullifies what happens between Braun and Lashley. And you kind of need Braun. Like Braun is right now immortal, right? But that immortality doesn't last very long. You know what I mean? Like you can't just have him in a match to throw him away. And you know Vince is gonna have him in a match to throw him away. Like Vince is gonna have, like, if you really, really think about it, the whole plan is probably around whatever happens to Strowman. Yeah. Right? Like whatever the storyline is, it's probably
Right.
Strowman's storyline.
Right.
So what would be the most likely Strowman storyline?
Squash.
That he's like, fuck you, Lashley, because you're the weakest one in this team, and then like they have a rift, and so Kevin and Sammy win.
Yeah, I can see them winning too.
So that's my prediction.
Yeah.
Like Kevin and Sammy win, and then
Awesome,
Braun is
awesome,
like, fuck you, Lashley, and then they have beef, and then they kind of do a thing where like
Right.
next pay-per-view, what'd you say it was Money in the Bank?
Money in the Bank, yeah.
Money in the Bank. So in Money in the Bank,
Chairs match.
right? They have a concerto with the cello and bullshit.
Right. Chubb, what do you got?
So I got Braun and Bobby going over.
Uh-huh.
Next, they break up. I think Bobby goes heel.
You think Bobby goes heel?
Bobby goes heel. He needs to, man. He needs to, because realize that they haven't even built him up. They haven't shown no.
He has nothing. He's got a plain slate right now.
Bro, he came back the Raw after WrestleMania to be in the main event for a tag team match. Like that's all he's been on, tag team matches.
Yeah, it's just slow.
The dude's
Very,
been
very awkward.
back for a month.
Hey.
He's in a tag team
Bring up
match.
his MMA. I guess I'll go. Once again, let's go Kevin. Sammy.
Okay. All right. I have Daniel Bryan and Big Cash, Chubby.
It doesn't hurt. It doesn't hurt Daniel Bryan to get the loss, but I think that they're gonna put him over. I think they're gonna put him over. I think he gets a win.
So Daniel Bryan better get the win, or I am canceling my subscription to the network because it's Big Cash should not be getting.
Well, here's what I think. I think Big Cash beats out, gets a DQ. I think they're gonna prolong this. This is gonna be a little program they're gonna run with. Yeah. I think Cass needs a partner to run with for a little while. So I think
swear to Jesus, I would
definitely
get
some
New
controversy.
Japan World and Honor Club.
Right.
The only way I see Cass winning is if the Miz interferes.
Okay, right, because
That's valid. I think I
That'd
agree.
be
yeah.
nice.
So I like that idea.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with Cass. I'm gonna go with Cass. Johnny?
Yeah, I agree. I think Miz interferes and Cass gets a W. Or it's just a DQ. I think it might just be a DQ because Cass doesn't need this W. I feel like ultimately the storyline is not about Cass. They're trying to make it about Cass because Cass has to get some relevance. But let's be real. Like Miz is the biggest heel, Bryan's the biggest face. This is just about
the meeting.
Yeah, this is just about kind of dragging Cass up as far as they can drag him.
Orton and Hardy for the U.S. title. Chubb.
I think Hardy retains.
Hardy retains. Okay.
No. Better yet, I think Orton wins, and this is gonna be a new. I think Cien Almas.
Oh. Okay.
Next opponent.
All right. So you got Orton winning.
Yeah.
All right.
Nope. I'm going Jeff.
Okay. Yeah, I like Jeff retaining.
Yeah, I don't know if I see Randy with that US belt.
I'm over Randy.
Yeah, I feel like I agree. Jeff has got the more storyline potential. Yeah. Especially with what his brother's doing. Yeah. Maybe this leads to him and his brother leaving. Right? So like a brother Nero situation going on where he's like, nah, fuck you, Matt. You know what I mean? Like you're my tag team partner. You're not Wyatt's tag team partner. And then you know what I mean? Like that can lead to like a thing where like it's Jeff and Wyatt. Right. So like it's Jeff and Wyatt versus like Matt, and then like so there's potential there. Do I think that's gonna happen? I don't know, but that's what I hope happens.
Seth and Miz for the Intercontinental title. I'm gonna go with Seth, obviously because of the show, the branding of the brand, the switch. Yeah. How about you guys? Yes.
I'll go Seth. I think an interesting thing, what you guys called for Miz to interfere in the TV cast match. Maybe Bryan returns the favor and interferes in the.
Okay.
Ooh, that'd be fun.
Seth, Miz.
Yeah. The main events.
When are we getting a Bruno movie? That man's
we are a little overdue. We are a little overdue. We got a fucking Andre the Giant documentary. Styles and Nakamura for the strap. Chubb, are you gonna go with your boy on a no DQ match?
If AJ doesn't wear a cup, I think it's a wrap.
Yo. He said that fucking around, but legit, I think AJ's gonna work up.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
He mentioned it.
What
already.
is the storyline? What's the storyline here?
Getting low blow.
That every time Nakamura comes around, Nakamura hits him in the nuts. What's the easy storyline fix? He wears a cup. Didn't China do that shit?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, this is easy writing. And this is lazy writing.
It is. It's
and so
lazy.
AJ Styles is gonna wear a cup. He's gonna defeat Nakamura. He's shit. However, I'll just throw my pick out there.
Right.
I would hope that Nakamura wins because I think that makes for more creative writing. I don't think Nakamura's gonna win. I think the lazy writing will prevail. Nakamura's gonna be like ahead. Nakamura's gonna be losing. Nakamura's gonna go for the low blow. This motherfucker's gonna be wearing a cup. It's gonna be silver because motherfuckers wear silver cups. And he's gonna pull it out. And it was gonna be like, oh, your mother ain't got no nipples. And Nakamura's gonna be like, hey, I don't know English. And then this nigga's gonna hit him with like some Styles Clash bullshit. And then it's gonna be the end of the match. That's just gonna be whack. I'm gonna hate my life.
And children will go home happy. That's Styles.
Yeah, and that's just gonna be corny as hell.
I can't deny it.
So, if Nakamura doesn't win the title here, this will just release buy shit on the rest of the man's career. At least let him be a main eventer in his hometown.
Didn't give him the strap when he was a face. Now he's a heel.
He's supposed to be the heel champ that AJ chases. God damn it. Let him reverse the Styles Clash into I was about to call it a Bama but a Kinshasa.
Jay, but what's gonna happen? Tell me.
We all
what's
know
gonna happen.
he's gonna go for the low blow, and then he's gonna sell the arm, and AJ's gonna flip out the goddamn cup, and then it's gonna be the Styles Clash. But
right, like it'll work itself into some sort of like Styles finish, and then shit. And that is such lazy writing. That would be so disappointing.
Or the Bama into the South, like.
And that's why I'm gonna pray, right? Like,
I think we should all pray.
But why?
It's time for prayer.
Why? Like, why do that to him? Like, who's gonna be the next heel then for AJ?
Right? Like, no, I agree.
I know.
Like, let Nakamura.
I'm just trying to figure it
No,
out.
Joe.
Yeah. So like maybe some bullshit like that, but like that.
Only if Joe wins on Reigns.
Yeah, but exactly. You need that to happen.
But you need that to happen. It doesn't make sense.
Yo, but with that promo that we saw with Samoa Joe calling out AJ, I feel
that's the one that got me hard.
I mean,
that's the one.
That's a national rivalry, and they have history.
Yeah.
And
so the crowd wasn't the crowd chanting TNA?
Yeah.
What?
The crowd was chanting
TNA.
But Joe is a great promo. Styles is a great promo.
It's
like
money.
they'll work that shit out.
Oh, it's money.
You know what I mean?
Money.
And that's the thing that I don't see the writing team working out Reigns, Joe, Styles, Nakamura in the way that'll give like future lineups a chance. You know what I'm saying? Like I can see them like putting themselves in the corner.
Full focus will be on that.
Right. And I can see like the writing team just backing themselves into a corner where like Reigns wins, Styles wins, and like everything is like
happen.
That wouldn't happen.
The writing team is perfect. I mean, what's wrong with the writing team?
This nigga said the writing team. Yo, let's turn this shit off real quick. He said the writing team is perfect. Yo,
we need Jimmy Jacobs back, man.
Well, he's busy.
We need the mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart. You know, we need Eric Bischoff. Yo, real talk. We need Vince Russo.
Oh,
Freddie Prinze Jr.
Bro, let's not go there.
We need Freddie back.
Gentlemen,
we need Gabe Sapolsky and Paul Heyman to team up together and write Raw. Back down.
I'd like to see Paul Heyman on the script. Let's see what he does.
We need Linda McMahon back, damn it.
I will definitely be sad
She
to
got
see
kicked
him
in the
go.
vagina. That's right.
That's all the time we got this week, folks. Glad to have Pretty Chubby on via satellite. Thanks for joining us, Chubbs. Yoni, Joe, it's always a pleasure. Can't wait to have you guys again next week, where we discuss golf and chess.
Oh, I'll be doing it from vacay, so.
Oh, right. We'll be on a trip.
I'll be sipping that Amstel Bright.
That's right. We're going to have international feed.
This shit was WrestleMania of the podcast right here.
What happened?
5 hours long. WrestleMania.
This is the greatest Royal Rumble version
This is the greatest
episode of HPC podcast.
Which I hope it lived up to the name.
I hope so. I hope you guys don't think it was a fucking live show, you fucking scumbag ass viewers. But
I thought I was getting ready to see you take your shirt off or something.
Well, that's coming next. But only for the paid subscribers.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I see it.
Right. All right, guys.
It's extra for that shit.
See you next week.
All right, ladies.
The time has come to relieve that pain, which will be better for me, but not so enjoyable for all of you. leave the light on. I'm